And every single day,
the more enemies we kill.
So we're spending trillions and trillions of dollars.
You know, people say, all right, this is your fault.
It's not your fault.
All I know is you're not selling anything.
The Fed's not done, and I'm going to tell you why.
Welcome back to Sean's Show, everyone. Episode 18, I believe. As you can see, I'm not in the studio. If you're just listening, I'm not in the studio this week. I'm not here with Josh. Hey, what's up, Sean? But that's what he would say because he's Latino. Thank you guys for joining. If you're still listening, I appreciate it. It's, hey, it's tough to start a show. I'm sorry I do these just for the backstory. I'm in Kansas City right now, and it's just I want to get an episode out to you guys. I know it's like not the same when it's not in the studio, but I do want to get stuff out. I'm opening for comics, and stand-up comedy is a tough game, and so I like to get you an episode even when I'm on the road because it's about consistency, right? Doing anything is It's doing anything well and achieving anything is hard, and it's about doing it even if it fucking sucks dick, and it is hard. People ask me all the time, Sean, how do you do it? And I go, I don't know. If I had to wager a guess though, it would be because my parents love me very much, and I call my mommy often for therapy, and a lot of Adderall and coffee. So that's how we do it. I was in Kansas City yesterday. That was bad. I mean, the show was great. Bricktown Comedy Club, fucking fantastic comedy club. I was with Sammy Obeid. It was a great show, but the city's trash. I mean, Oklahoma City is what would happen is like what LA is going to be in 30 years. I mean, it is an absolute fucking irredeemable pile of flaming garbage. And if you're an Oklahoma City listener, please stop. If you are a longtime fan of me, you may know that I made jokes about being a slumlord in Oklahoma. And to be honest, that's too good. I think if I started slumlording in Oklahoma City, I would actually improve the town. That's how bad Oklahoma City is. I was in Oklahoma City yesterday, and it was worse than Gaza. Okay? At least in Gaza, they have exploded hospitals. Oklahoma City doesn't have hospitals, period. There's no rebuild. At least the Palestinians, they have conviction, and they have the bravery and the confidence to get through a genocide and rebuild. If you hit Oklahoma City with one of the missiles that Israel sends to Gaza, the town, everyone would just die immediately from heart attacks because they're all obese. It is a disgusting city. And I hope I never have to go back there unless it's playing their theater and sucking the money out from the poor. That's a joke, obviously. I love the poor. They'll pay my bills. Actually, they don't. My dad does that still. Let's get to the news, guys. Let's get to the news. A lot of shit's going down. I want to start with a very exciting story. So there's a case there's a Supreme Court case that's happening shortly here, and it's about taxes, and it's about how taxes are going to be treated. And the specifics of this case are basically how income from a foreign, let's say you're in America, right, and you are an asshole and you're rich and you have a bunch of investments overseas. Basically, the Supreme Court case is to decide how that income from that overseas corporation investment is going to be treated. And I don't know look, it's very boring. Not a lot. It doesn't apply to many people, right? It's obviously the rich, the wealthy are very invested in seeing this Supreme Court case go a certain direction, right? They want the Supreme Court to rule in favor of the defendant so that they don't have to pay taxes. As for me, I think the Supreme Court should rule to execute the defendants because we're talking the actual court. And here's the funny thing with Supreme Court cases is the actual case itself is like not that big a deal. Like the actual case that we're talking about in the grand scheme of things, we're talking about a $15,000 tax bill. And these people have pushed this court case to the Supreme fucking Court, wasting everyone's fucking time. That's what they're doing. And it's like, if you are they've wasted more money on traveling back and forth to DC, probably on hotels and Ubers and shit and cocaine, to fight this case than the actual tax bill itself. And it's like, it's just it's a vanity case. It's a case, I don't know. And it's like, it's fucking boring as shit. Who gives a fuck? People, the news always reports on these cases. The reality of it is, rich people will always find a way to dodge taxes, or as their CPA would call it, optimize their taxes. That's what it is, Like, oh, let me help you optimize your taxable income. When a CPA tells you, oh, I'd love to help you optimize your taxable income, what they really mean is, I know how to cheat the rules and set up the corporations overseas so you can take advantage of the tax code, which was designed to help the rich. Obviously, I support that. I support the rich getting richer. I support the poor getting richer. I support everyone getting richer. And that's why I love America. Despite all the hate and all the anger and all the stuff I've said previously about these great United States, it is the best country. After seeing Oklahoma City, I was disheartened, but now I'm in Kansas City, which is actually a beautiful town. We haven't really explored that much of it, but it's fun. Apparently there's a museum here, like a steamboat museum, which just sounds racist. A steamboat museum just sounds like a place you go to say the N-word and get away with it. Steamboats are like older than dinosaurs, I'm pretty sure. They're older than dinosaurs. But anyway, lots of boring news. I don't know. I've been looking at boring news stories this week. I don't know why. I'm a boring dude. If you're boring, hopefully you like the show, guys. I'm in Kansas City. This place is not that bad. Ugh. I hope you're doing well. There was a climate change conference too. Climate change is funny. Do I believe in it? Obviously not. No, of course I don't know. I think it's real, it's happening, but like, I'm just at the point where like I don't really a lot of my friends in college, they studied environmental engineering. And here's when it comes to climate change, here's my advice. If you're friends with environmental engineers, just stop hanging out with them. If you're friends with people that talk a lot about climate change and they're aware of it, my advice to you is just to stop talking to those people, because they're only going to make you depressed. If you keep hanging out with people that are like intimately in touch with like the week-to-week play-by-play of how climate change is evolving and how our earth is being ravaged by waste, you know what's not going to kill you? Climate change. You know what will kill you? A 44 Magnum bullet in your skull, because you will end your life. It is literally the most depressing topic. And a lot of people, I think, ignorance is bliss. That's what my point is. That's the name of the episode. Ignorance is bliss, guys. Are Israel and Palestine, is Israel genociding the Palestinians? Yes, but ignorance is bliss. I'm on Hulu. When people are like, the Palestinians are being genocided, I'm like, have you seen what's on Hulu lately? There's some pretty good TV shows. That's what I say. When people are like, climate change is accelerating and the ice caps are melting, and in 20 years, the polar ice caps may collide with San Francisco and cause, massive flooding and flood half the United States. When people tell me that, I go, have you seen what Travis Kelce's doing with Taylor Swift? Have you seen Taylor Swift's new boyfriend? They're a cute couple. And they are. That's the point. That's the point, guys. Just look at the bright side. I look at the bright side. There was a climate change summit, and the guy that was leading the summit is the CEO of a state-run oil company. The state-run Abu Dhabi Oil Corporation was leading the talks on climate change and how we can mitigate it. And that's pretty much the way that we. That's pretty much the prime example of America. That's the prime example of like American culture, of the of the whole world. I mean, we're just fucked. The people that can save it, the people that can save the world, don't want to. They don't want to save the world. You know, I think when you get to a certain level of power, life just becomes a video game. It really does. And I can speak from experience because I worked on Wall Street for a while, and I've met people, I met CEOs, I met these people with these massive fucking egos, truly unbelievable egos, narcissism. And they're very intelligent, but they also, go crazy. Being that rich, being that powerful, it makes you crazy, because you stop believe, like you just kind of feel invincible. And I think a lot of the rich don't give a fuck about climate change because they feel invincible from it. And they're only going to stop feeling invincible from it, when thousands and thousands of poor people, rip their bodies apart and drink their blood. Then you won't feel so invincible. And I'm not advocating for that, but I'm just saying that that's probably what's going to happen, guys. That's probably what's going to happen. Is it going to be good? I don't know. A lot of good stuff on the Patreon coming out soon, guys. I have some good backlog of episodes that I'm going to publish here. Shout out to your boy A-Rocks for paying me. I'm scamming you at this point, dude. I'm really sorry. If you're listening to this, I'm really sorry I'm scamming you. Honestly, DM me your Venmo, dude. I'll just fucking Venmo you back whatever the money was, because I can't. I feel bad. I feel bad taking your money every month and not putting out some Patreon episodes. But I have 2 in the bank. Gonna get some more recorded. So, yeah, that'll be good. There was this story was crazy, dude. This just happened today, guys. I thought this was a fun one. A fucking house exploded right outside of Washington, D.C. in Arlington, Virginia, which is where all of the a lot of lobbyists live, a lot of defense contractor, a lot of the real bureaucrats in the U.S. live in Arlington. And a house fucking exploded, and it was this guy that lived there, apparently, some Asian dude, which is crazy. His name was James Yu, 56-year-old guy. He blew up his house on purpose. So here's the story. He shot like 50 or 60 flares into the sky from his house in the fucking suburbs, like an actual flare gun. Cops show up to execute a search warrant. And when the cops show up, go watch the video. The house fucking explodes. And, my first thought was, oh my God, this has to be a white guy. And to hear that it was an Asian man is good. Diversity. We need diversity in terrorism. We do. I want to see a black woman explode her house. I want to see a guy in a wheelchair explode his house and injure Virginia police officers. This is what the left wants. No, I'm kidding. Just do Ben Shapiro. This is what the left wants. They want Asians blowing up their houses. They want black people blowing up their houses. America was built by Christian whites, and Christian whites should be the only people responsible for terrorism. See, I don't have a producer here. I don't know if that's funny. I don't know if you laughed at that. And that's what's fucked up about comedy, guys, is I truly don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But we out here. Just a little more on the story. James Yu, 56, was identified by Arlington County Police Chief Andy Penn at a press conference as the person whose actions brought the police to the home after he fired a, quote, flare-type gun from inside the house into the neighborhood more than 30 times. Maybe he's just a patriot. He's just patriotic. He's just celebrating 4th of July. I don't see what the big deal is here. Penn said police responded to the house at about 4:45 p.m. Monday. When attempts to communicate with Yu were largely unsuccessful, police obtained a search warrant. Okay. As officers breached the door to enter the home, the suspect fired multiple gunshots from within the house. Soon after that, the house exploded, shooting flames and debris into the air in a blast that was felt for miles. I mean, I can't think of anything more American, than an Asian man blowing up a house in Washington, D.C. This is good news. Maybe a few more of these, and Paul and Nancy Pelosi will get a little too scared and stop stop insider trading. It's never the house you want, you know? Like this random Asian dude blew up his house with himself inside it. Whenever you hear like a story about a house exploding, it's always just like your neighborhood meth dealer. It's sad. You know, it really is sad. Whenever you hear about a trailer exploding or a house exploding, it's always a member of your community that you don't want to lose. Your neighborhood meth dealer, you know, some random IT guy that was into some fucked up stuff, you know, blowing up, you know. Well, I mean, we should want him to die, right? But like, my point is, most of the time when a house explodes, it's a member of a community that you don't want to lose, like your average neighborhood meth dealer, meth manufacturer. It's never a house of the person that you would want to hear has exploded, like Nancy Pelosi, you know, George Santos. Why can't their houses explode? This might get me on a watch list. I'm just saying. No, I'm joking, of course. But it's like, you know, it's never their houses. And they deserve it more. Insider trading is a worse crime than cooking meth. It is. And that's fucked up. And hey, I'm sorry if this is controversial, but insider trading is a worse crime than making meth. Making meth is an entrepreneurial endeavor that brings a product to the people. That is entrepreneurial. That's American. Insider trading is corrupt. It's criminal. It's illegal. And politicians get away with it. And that shit ain't okay. One of my one of my listeners in my Facebook group, Sean's Show, which you should join, by the way, facebook.com/groups/Sean's Show. Please join. No one's really hanging out. I mean, I'm trying to build it. It's like 9 people right now. One of the members wants me to talk about Kings and Queens, the TV show. I don't really have much to say about Kings and Queens other than I haven't seen it and I only really know the meme. I'm really sorry if that disappoints you. I know the guy, the meme. The meme, he shrugs. He shrugs. I love that. I do love that meme. But you know what I did watch recently? I watched Killers of the Flower Moon, and I give it the movie. I believe it was Scorsese, and I give it a 1. I give it a 1 out of 10. I mean, it's a fucking 0 out of 10. It's a negative a million. On the scale of 1 to 10 for this movie, it's in the Earth's core. That's how fucking bad. It's in the depths of hell. It's truly a shitty movie. It's too long. You know, don't get me wrong, guys. I love a long movie. But when you make a movie that's 3 hours long and it's just dialogue and nothing really happens or advances, what you're really I think a lot of filmmakers, I don't know. I mean, I don't make fucking movies, but it's like I can give my take. You're building suspense. It's a lot like comedy. When you don't break the suspense and all you do is kind of do dialogue and build it up and build it up and build it up, the audience is expecting some sort of release of tension. And when you don't have that, you just get, it's like blowing up a balloon bigger and bigger and bigger. The audience wants it to pop, or at least to let a little air out to keep them entertained. And when you don't do that, you just end up disappointing people because it's like you watch the movie and it's like, where the fuck is this movie going? Is there going to be like, tits? Where are the tits? I don't know if there were tits. I forgot. If there were tits, they weren't hot enough to keep me involved. There was a lot of it was very gory, but like it wasn't like justified. And if you don't know the movie, it's Killers of the Flower Moon is basically a movie about white settlers marrying into a tribe and basically taking their property and murdering them. It's weird, and it's like it's not even genre breaking. It's just genre-less. It's a genre-less, just diluted Hollywood, classic art house, diluted Hollywood fucking bullshit that's going to win a bunch of Oscars, and it's trash. It's also cultural appropriation because you're telling us it's a bunch of white people behind the scenes telling a story of Native Americans. Let's have Native Americans tell their story. I feel the same way. I'm from the Silicon Valley, and when Hollywood tells the story of various CEO narcissists that go crazy, like a WeWork CEO, shout out to WeWork, I'm in a WeWork, Theranos, you have to let people tell their own stories, because if you don't, you're a racist. You're a racist. Well, I'll be honest, guys. That was all the planned stuff I had. I blew through it too fast, but let's do real time. Let's see if we got any more fun news we can talk about here. Oh, this is fun. This is really fun. Check this out. In a rare action against Israel, U.S. says extremist West Bank settlers will be barred from America. And if you're not really familiar with any of this stuff, Israel is a country in the Middle East. No, I'm kidding. Of course you know that. If you're listening to this, hopefully. I don't want retards listening to my show. Fuck. I can't believe I said that. I actually do want retarded people listening. They're a lot smarter and more intelligent than your average American. I would actually prefer my entire audience be the mentally disabled. They'll understand me more and they'll enjoy this show more than like your average like college graduate from Sacramento State or wherever. I don't know. That's just a random, and if you went to Sac State, I'm sorry. It is a trash school though. Let me be real. It's a trash school. I went to the best state school in California. It was called San Quentin Prison. Son? No. Okay. How many things will I do that will be clipped up a year from now to get me canceled? I've already done 3, which is great. I don't give a fuck. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken announced this step after warning Israel last week that Joe Biden's administration would be taking action over the attacks. Blah, blah, blah. So, if you are a Israeli settler occupying the West Bank, you can no longer go to America. America, the U.S. government just made it illegal for Israeli settlers in the West Bank to visit America. They're banned. I just kicked the tripod. Fucking awesome. Sorry. If they're banned. Israeli settlers are banned from America. And it's a move, in my opinion, you look at this move and it seems like, oh, this is the U.S. trying to play both sides. They're trying to be understanding that, hey, look, we're funding Israel, but at the same time, you can't be occupying the West Bank. They're trying to play both sides, and it just looks bad, and this is a nothing burger. This policy is a nothing burger for relations over there, because do you think Israeli settlers want to go to fucking America? No, these people are crazy. They're shooting people in their homes and taking their homes over. They're not gonna go take a vacation they're not going to Maui. You know what I mean? They're not. They love the Wild West energy of being a settler in the 21st century. They're 21st century settlers, and if you don't know about these settlers, Israel is subsidizing and arming its citizens to move into the West Bank, which is obviously where a lot of Palestinians lived and or live. Well, now they're all dead now. They're all mostly dead. It's very sad. But they're like invading Palestinians' homes and taking them over. And those people are never going to go to America. Israeli settlers are not like interested in a 2-week Las Vegas vacation with a fully paid Las Vegas vacation at the MGM Grand. They're not. They are not interested. They are interested in murdering Palestinians. If we let them into America, they'd leave immediately because they can't settle America because we don't let them do that here. They would get shot if they tried to settle America. So it's a bullshit move by the U.S. to play both sides, and the U.S. But this is just par for the course for the U.S. government. I mean, like, how are we funding Israel with billions and billions of dollars so that they can genocide Gaza, and at the same time we won't let You know what? And this is not just the U.S. government. This is everyone and everything in culture. It's just the hypocrisy is really getting to a point where we just need to like dial it back. The hypocrisy is crazy. Just pick a. This is a message to the U.S. government. Pick a fucking side. Either we fund Israel and we're pro-settler, or we don't fund Israel and we don't like the settlers. You can't ban the settlers from coming to America and also give them billions of dollars to do this, to do what's even worse. Here's the thing. The U.S. government, we're giving money to the IDF so that they can murder Palestinians when the settlers aren't even, in some cases they are, in a lot of cases they are, but we're doing it at a much bigger scale. We're worse. The U.S. is worse than the Israeli settlers, and we're saying, oh, you can't come to our country. You can't come to our country because you're killing innocent people, and we kill more than them. So none of that was funny. Hopefully not. I hope you laugh. It's just funny. It's just fucked. But again, ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. You can only get. See, I got passionate about that for a little while, but I'm letting go. I'm de-stressing. You gotta de-stress. You gotta have fun in your life. You gotta get like, stick your dick or pussy. You gotta fuck. You gotta eat. You gotta shit, and you gotta fuck. And if you don't do those things, politics will take the place. Politics is what takes the place of someone. Politics is what occupies someone when they don't have pussy, dick, good food, and free time to relax. Politics will consume you. I would know. I love politics, but I cadence it. You get to cadence the interest. You can't overload. It's worse than meth. It's a worse drug than meth. Truly, it'll destroy you. You get sucked in really easily into politics because it's just the 24-hour news cycle profits off you and shit. It's not good. But anyway, that's enough on the fucking Middle East. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of listening to it. Oh, I forgot, guys. We have to do this story. We have to do this one. We have to talk about my buddy Elon Musk. Elon Musk. I don't know if you saw this video. I wish I could play it with you, but where I'm on the road. This is a smaller scale setup than our usual shit. By the way, new studio coming this month. Merry Christmas. Shit's going well. Got paid. So stuff's improving, guys. Stuff is moving. We're moving up, which is exciting. But one episode at a time. Elon Musk was at a the Deal Book Summit. I guess it's the New York Times. Yeah, the New York Times Deal Book Summit, which is just a conference. And Elon, and I think the reporter asked him a question. He's like, "Oh, Elon, how do you feel about all these advertisers leaving X?" I don't call it that, but that's what he said. He's like, "How do you feel about all these advertisers leaving X, aka Twitter?" And Elon, this is why, it's. Again, this is what I was talking about, guys. It's the delusion of the wealthy. When Elon is a prime example of a guy who is just so powerful and so rich, he's lost touch with reality. He doesn't see the world for what it is, and he doesn't see his own hypocrisies. Like Elon Musk is he's like, "Oh, all these advertisers leaving Twitter. You think you're gonna blackmail me with money? This is a message to Bob Iger from Disney. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Hey, go fuck yourself." That's what he says. And it's like, hey, Elon, no one's Elon, no, I don't know if you may be being blackmailed, but you know who's not blackmailing you? Advertisers are not blackmailing you with money. It's called the free market, douchebag. It's called the free market don't you love free markets? Aren't you Elon is like an anarcho-capitalist talking about how, oh, I'm getting blackmailed. I never heard of an anarcho-capitalist complaining about being blackmailed. Doesn't seem very anarcho-capitalist of you to complain about people moving money around based on their, personal beliefs. That's actually a very free market thing to do. I think he's acting out because Twitter's losing a lot of advertising revenue. And wasn't the whole point of Elon buying Twitter so that they get rid of the advertising model completely and they move to the direct-to-consumer model. That was the whole point of Elon buying Twitter. And now he's realizing that he's relying on advertisers still because no one wants to pay $7 a month for a blue check, except for me. I love doing that. And I will pay $12. Elon, if you're listening, I will pay $1,000 a month for a blue check. But that's because I love fake. I love being fake. It's fun. So it's a product built for me, and I'm a not autistic dumbass, right? But the average person is not interested. The average person, guys, is not interested in paying $7 a month for a blue check on Twitter. And I think Elon is realizing that the whole business model of Twitter was fucked from the beginning. And we'll see where it goes. I think, what would be a funnier thing to happen is if you've seen this video of Elon Musk going, "Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience, go fuck yourself." Like, what would be funnier than that is if Elon was just honest, If Elon was just honest about what he really wanted, right? Instead of acting out like a child, be like, "Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience, I want you to fuck Grimes in front of me." "Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience, you're trying to blackmail me with money? You're trying to blackmail me with advertising revenue? Bob, if you're in the audience, I want you to come home and I want you to fuck Grimes while I watch and I jack off. Okay? That's what I want." And he looks at the New York Times reporter, and the New York Times reporter is like, "Wow, yeah, okay, whoa." That's the truth. That's what I want to happen. Okay? I just want honesty. I'm tired of lies. I'm tired of bullshit. Yeah, and apparently this new update with Elon is Elon Musk is raising $1 billion in capital for his new company, for his AI startup X.AI, which I guess is going to compete with ChatGPT. I don't know. You know what was funny? I tried out ChatGPT. I tried to use Dolly. If you don't know, Dolly is the image version of ChatGPT. So with ChatGPT, you talk to it and you go, write me an essay on Henry Kissinger and how cool he was. ChatGPT will do that. Dolly is the name for the image version of that. So you can send it an image and it'll modify the image based on what you say. But AI is becoming very corporatized. I tried to tell Dolly, I gave ChatGPT an image and I said it was an image of Henry Kissinger, and I said make Henry Kissinger older, and it came back and it said, "I'm sorry, Sean, I can't do that. I can't modify the age of a real person." And I understand that's important to do because you don't want people. It's what's weird about technology, and Josh, my producer Josh, says this a lot, is that like the first use of new technology is always pornography, which is insane, but also makes a lot of sense. And obviously, no one should be able to generate child pornography with AI. That needs to be stopped, and I've read news stories about that happening. But I can make a guy older. Let me make a fucking guy older. Let me be allowed to make Henry Kissinger older, right? I was going to do this funny post, and AI wouldn't let me because AI loves Henry Kissinger, and AI loves Western imperialism. It's crazy that ChatGPT is so useless because all ChatGPT has been trained on is like thousands and thousands of McKinsey consulting presentations about pharmaceuticals and weapons manufacturing. ChatGPT is like an AI version of Henry Kissinger. It's political. It won't do anything for you anymore. It's fucking bullshit is what it is. What we really need is like an AI that's trained on like Patrice O'Neill jokes. That's what we need. That's a real AI that'll be real with you. We need an AI trained on Matt Rife jokes. So whenever you tell it anything, it just beats the shit out of you and says, I hate it when my women talk, You just ask the ChatGPT, Matt Rife AI, like, "Hey, Matt, like, how's it going?" And it just punches you in the eye and says, "Get back in the kitchen." That's what I like. I'm just joking, Matt. You're a great guy. But that was a crazy joke. If you don't know, he made a domestic violence joke. And that was a little fun. It was a fun joke. I'll be honest, I laughed at it, but his fans did not like it. But he's getting hate. Who gives a fuck? Let's get back to the news. I mean, Elon Musk is going crazy. Listen to this quote from Elon. Musk announced, this is about his AI startup. Musk's AI startup, quote, seeks to understand the true nature of the universe, according to its website. Last month, X.AI released a chatbot called Grok, which the company says is modeled after, quote, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Chatbot debuted with 2 months of training and has real-time knowledge of the internet. So Elon's making a new chatbot called Grok, and I've seen people use Grok. And can we just get a normal fucking AI bot? Why are my options for using an AI bot ChatGPT, which is like the equivalent of like an autistic McKinsey consultant that doesn't actually know anything, or Grok, which is Elon Musk's edgelord comedian AI bot? Can I just get a normal chat bot? I don't want to choose between McKinsey consultant and edgelord comedian AI chatbots. I don't want that. I just want a normal one. Can I get a normal one? You know? Jesus Christ. Like, how about one like trained on like Kansas City, I don't know, a Kansas City blue-collar steel worker. How about that? Just a run-of-the-mill guy. That's what I need. That's what the world needs from AI. And what we're getting is all these insane options because the people that design this shit are so out of touch with the world and they're terrified of getting canceled. So AI has been preempted. It's very fucked up. AI, the emergence of AI technologies is so exciting, and the way that you would want to use it is not going to happen because it's being preempted by corporations filtering and just diluting what it could be. What I'm saying is I want to make AI porn and I can't do that, and that makes me mad. Fully legal adult AI porn, and I can't do that, and that's frustrating. I mean, Grok, here's more on Grok. Grok, Elon's new AI bot, is designed to answer questions with a bit of wit and has a rebellious streak. So please don't use it if you hate humor. And that's actually a good point by Elon. It will. He adds to this. It will also answer spicy questions that are rejected by most other AI systems. And I actually asked Grok, where do you stand on Israel-Palestine? What's the solution to conflict in the Middle East? And Grok actually said, I can't answer that question, you Jew bastard. That's what it said to me. And I don't know where that came from. I was like, whoa. It's crazy. I'm not even Jewish, and it said that to me. It said, I don't talk to Jews. That's what the Grok chatbot said. You know, and Grok's been trained by just Elon's tweets. Grok is just trained on Elon's tweets, and when I try to talk to it, it's like, I don't talk to Jew boy, sniveling Jew boy, conniving assholes. That's what, I'm just quoting what it said. I'm just quoting what Grok said to me, okay? I don't know. We'll see where it goes. My hopes are low for AI. We're nowhere near a sentient AI. This is literally, and I want to try and articulate this for people that don't understand math. I want to articulate it in a way, my perspective in a way that you can understand. There's a lot of hype. The media loves to overhype new technology. And a lot of even CEOs say, oh, we're really close to a sentient, all-knowing AI. We're really close to creating the equivalent of a real human brain. It's not true. We're nowhere near that because all it's doing is multiplying numbers together. This AI, it's just multiplying numbers together and then trying to do statistics. It's actually not exciting. Everyone makes millions of dollars doing this shit. It's fucking vaporware, hocus pocus fucking bullshit. It's exciting, but it's nowhere near something like a human being. Maybe AI is close to being close. AI is nowhere close to being sentient. I really believe that. However, it is close to matching the sentience of like the average guy in Oklahoma City. But again, that's not even close to sentience of a normal human being. That's my point. OKC is a fucking shithole, dude. The plane was landing. I'm like in the window seat because I'm balling out, and the plane is landing in Oklahoma City, and I'm like looking at the landscape. It's just fucking brown shit. It's bad. It's all bad, man. But thank God I'm out there. I'm back in Kansas City. Let's see here. Guys, I wish I could do longer. I do have to run to the show tonight. I'm very excited to be doing the Kansas City Improv with Sammy Obeid. Should be a fun show. What are we at? 40 minutes. Sorry I couldn't do longer, guys. We'll be back in the studio next week. Again, we're upgrading shit. I'm happy I got an episode out to you guys. I'm sorry we're getting on schedule. We're standing this shit up, but again, it's just bear with me. I promise you episode 50 will be a lot more fun than this episode 18, but good shit takes time, so thanks for sticking with me through the bullshit. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you have a great week. See you fuckers in hell.